Imagine you're driving up the road and splat, your car hits a slick spot on the road and now your entire vehicle stinks.
Well, that situation is playing out in communities across North Carolina, and local leaders say nothing is being done to stop it. WRAL Investigates' Cullen Browder is here with details on this roadway mess. Cullen.
Deborah and Gerald, first a warning here. Those disgusting messes we're about to show you are animal parts that spill out of trucks. We tracked dozens of spills across North Carolina, even in other states, many linked to one animal processing company. Tired of being a dumping ground, local leaders are now calling on the state to step up enforcement and fines. Hogs and poultry are the lifeblood of agriculture in eastern North Carolina, providing much-needed jobs and food. Yet disgusting scenes like this, animal guts trucked from local rendering plants, spilled onto local roads, turn that industry into an insult. In this case, full carcasses littered the street.
It's not fair to our citizens, and it's not fair to the ag community, all of which are trying to do the right thing.
Spills in Clinton have become so frustrating and frequent, about 20 in the past year. Mayor Lou Starling, the city manager, police, and fire chiefs all respond to every single one.
Arriving on the scene, obviously you see the roadway, the carcasses, the parts, all over the place. And the smell is absolutely horrendous. And you're having to stand out there in this for hours.
Clinton Police Chief Anthony Davis's officers direct traffic while city crews are often left to clean up when haulers with unsecured loads leave the scene. When something like this happens, what kind of recourse do you have?
Well, we have no recourse.
The mayor learned that through experience after collecting evidence on spill after spill.
Well, here's a typical scene that this is on our main road.
The local penalty when they catch the culprit is just a $50 civil fine with the rare chance of up to $5,000 in state penalties.
Why would they care? Why would they care?
Darling Ingredients, one of the nation's largest rendering companies, owns this plant in Rose Hill. They turn processed animal leftovers into usable proteins and fertilizers. Still, there's waste product that is trucked out and taken to landfills. After every single one of the spills linked to a Darling truck or subcontractor, the mayor wrote a letter to the company, and he didn't exactly get the response he was looking for.
The equipment is inadequate. Probably the training is inadequate. And clearly their response is inadequate, and the penalties are inadequate, which are basically non-existent.
State records obtained by WRAL Investigates show Valley Proteins, the company bought by Darling, racked up $25,000 in fines for spills across the state. Yet the Department of Agriculture wiped away those penalties for a written promise to do better. Outside the Darling plant, we were confronted by employees who didn't want to answer our questions on camera. Instead, the company's corporate public relations sent this statement. Quote, "We are continually working to improve our operations and take incidents very seriously. We've made a number of improvements in recent months to help prevent and reduce the likelihood of any incidents, including adjusting the transportation routes to limit truck presence in the city of Clinton, technology to monitor driver compliance, and spill prevention equipment." For towns, the situation goes beyond a nuisance. This picture shows the aftermath when a mother and child came driving by.
And you can see here that this vehicle drove through the spillage and spun out and ended up in the guardrail.
While hog farming is so closely regulated, Mayor Starling argues the law needs teeth to better protect communities dealing with these nasty waste spills from trucks.
I can assure you, if it was a crime for the driver to do that, I don't think he'd be driving off. But then this little subset's allowed to do whatever they want to do with no fines or penalties. It's not fair, and it's giving everybody a black eye.
So state lawmakers are now debating one remedy. Senate Bill 582 includes a provision that would make leaving the scene of one of those spills a Class 3 misdemeanor. Deborah.
Maybe the mayor will start seeing some changes. Cullen Browder, live for us. Thank you, Cullen.
I hope that didn't mess up your dinner. We know it's a nasty subject, but it's an important story nonetheless.